pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? White 25. Me and you all day. All day. Green, come see.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Wait.
Back to Mixon on first down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Come on, Sunday. You go tight. You got it.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes you're going to...
And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. 50 seconds to Mike.
From the gun, Patterson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
First down, Cleveland.
Come on, set. 60 or. Stay with your man. Hey, Alpha. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Tyler, 64. Weak. Snap.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
General West.
On first down, it's Vaughn. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right here.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double. 57, Mike 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Bravo. 57, Mike 57. Cut. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Patterson. He completes it to Bryant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Hey, let's go.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Jameis to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now they run with Mixon. They find some open field here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
53 is the move.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He gets this one to Boyd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch it slide. Switch. Check 43. Let we go.
Another try for Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Hey, team 6.
From the gun, Patterson. It's caught by OBJ. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, Orbit. 57, Mike 57. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. It's caught. Beckham. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Ready?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
3, 218, chop it. 5.
Now Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, watch the ball. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Get ready. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Patterson drops it off for Chubb. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. 6-6. Pull it high. 5.
Back to throw. Patterson. And that'll be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
60 outlaw. Now. Just like that. Hey, wahoo. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Now.
On third down, Vaughn. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ready, set. 57, Mike 57. I got it. Hey, Mike 7. 57, Mike 57.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Patterson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Joker.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Mixon. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Wait, 53's mine. Check.
On play action, Winston. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. They come up in an offset eye. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
57, Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come. Mike's 57, 57's right. And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run. Chubb. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go! 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? Hey, Delta. 57. Mike, 57. I'm going to run you over. Mike's 57. 57's right. You ain't doing nothing today. Slam, slam, slam. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Exit, exit. Let's go.
Following the interception, Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Rush in, rush in.
They'll run on first down. Bernard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Wait, come see.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Back, back, back. Let him go.
They'll run here with Mixon. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 35 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
57's the mic. We own them. We own them. Hit it.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation.